What the hex? What the hex? My question is, what the hex?
I don't fucking know.
That's the answer.
Mm.
So, what's
Welcome.
up?
Well, it's good to see you, Peter. Without
how is everybody? How is everybody?
Did you tweet it out? I just tweeted it during the intro.
I don't have a Twitter.
Well, then, without DJ
X.
Cryptomatic and his tweeting skills or his X posting skills, nobody knows what we're going on.
So all 11 watching people, please.
Tweet it out.
Just tweet it out. I'm not asking. It's what's the word?
Begging.
It's a begging. Yes.
We're begging you. We're offering cash prizes to tweet things out. Yes.
If you're watching,
bribery's next. Yes.
Bribery's next. Maybe if you behave.
Oh boy. Okay, so
what boy?
So we have no DJ Cryptomatic today. He's off
Yes.
Doing his IRL stuff.
He's
like
hardly
being
working.
A father and a breadwinner and whatever the hell he does.
He's winning bread right now.
What is he doing?
Winning bread, man.
Winning bread. I think he's donning lederhosen and climbing mountains for gathering little yellow flowers for his family.
He's not young and he needs money, okay?
Please give generously to the DJ Cryptomatic Needs Money Fund. Yeah. So, Peter.
What's up?
I can tell that we've got people, but there's no chats. There's zero chats. It's quiet.
Yeah, that's like what?
Like a mouse pissing on cotton here.
That's very interesting. Why there is no chats? To be honest.
Well, this never holds us up. There we go.
What the heck is happening?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
First comment.
Okay.
Thank you. Now we can welcome somebody.
Yes, you are.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Thank you very much for tweeting it out. Yeah.
No chat. No Cryptomatic. No chat.
Yeah. Here we go.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And I see Hexander here. A shout out to Hexander.
I see 24. Okay.
Hey, you know what, everyone? A little word to appreciate somebody who is a real contributor to the community. Hexander does a lot. You could do a lot worse than giving him extra love and respect on the Twitter sphere, on the X Spaces. Give him some likes and some retweets. Excellent contributor to the community, as many people are doing their part, especially during the bear market, to keep you informed and chuckling every once in a while and your bags pumping. Hexander, thank you for your service, sir.
Yeah. So, how you like them gas fees on Ethereum?
Love it. You know what I came to a realization yesterday, Peter. Are you ready for this one? Pearls of wisdom from Papa Boner. Are you ready?
No, but go.
Every mature steak is actually a delicious emergency end steak when it comes to gas fees. All your fees and gains that are wrapped up in that nice little steak, if it's under 5 T-shares, under 5 T-shares for 3.5 years or more, it all goes to Vitalik's little miners.
Delicious.
They call them validators now, but they still charge the same as the miners ever did.
Yeah.
So Pulsechain is the answer. Yes.
Oh my God, it's so different, and it's quicker. But there is this one horrible thing called the bridge. And last time I checked, the miners asked like $150 from me.
Yes. No, they demanded it at gunpoint.
They demanded it. Oh, they asked, but not nicely. Yeah, I mean, they put the gun to your head. Do you want to bridge this?
Oh,
And
that's more to my point is, so you spend all this time, and this is why Richard created Pulsechain, right? It's not just for a lark. It's because he saw that this was going to happen. Appreciation in dollar terms of your ETH anyway, it will get you retching. If you didn't stock up on ETH in the bear to pay for gas fees to unlock your hex stakes, you're fucked because.
but why would you stock up on ETH during the bear market when you can buy the top?
Yes, that's a better strategy. But anyway, my point is that 3.2 year end stake, stake end, the fees were exactly within like cents of the gas fees. The gas fees and the all of the accrued APY, right? The yield equaled gas fees. So I could get my original hex out again, but I jettisoned all those gains. To this, I say Pulsechain.
I feel you, man.
And then
I'm
bridging
there.
will leave you in the dirt. But anyway, I have high hopes. If Hex on Ethereum appreciates in value, it again will make sense. So that, I believe, is the key. Let's just wait until we can pump that up a bit. Yes.
Well, maybe
Not financial
sharding.
advice. Sharting?
Sharding, yes.
Well, didn't that EIP just get released like a month ago?
What?
Yeah. So Vitalik.
Really?
Yes, it's out in the wild. It hasn't registered for the hard fork yet, or the
I was
soft
told
fork.
6 more years. What the hell?
No. He's fast tracking that, and maybe that will change the game for us.
Would be nice, but nah, not for now.
Our gas fees on Pulsechain will still be infinitely smaller, but at least it may be more reasonable on ETH to end stake.
Just a tiny bit.
Tiny bit.
Maybe.
Just a lubricant in, and the small insertion, not
I
the
mean,
rough in the. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why the real hex it's more valuable.
Huh?
You mean the hex on Pulsechain? The hex.
Yeah. Shut
The
up.
the what the hex? Yeah.
They're both beautiful children.
No, one is retarded actually. One got hit by one got hit to the like someone slapped him really hard, Vitalik,
Yeah.
and didn't took that well.
Well, that's one man's point of view. For me, I say, there, little EX, come over here. I'll give you shelter. I'll love you.
I mean,
Hexander has a little bit of a story of woe, it seems. He says, I finally have an upcoming 3+ year stake ending. Sunday
Yes.
morning, Gwei will be fine. Ish.
maybe.
I like that attitude.
Fellow Hex DJ. Oh, hello there, sir. Welcome. You have
Hello.
a wrench.
Oh, and thank you. And me, yeah. So Peter, Peter, how is your attitude with this entire market? There's a lot of people that say that
it's good.
I
It's
think
great,
that Richard feeds off of people saying, "You dumb idiot, you missed the bull run for your community. What the hell?"
Well, my opinion is that there during the bottom and like around there, there was there were these people called lawyers, and they told him to not fuck around so he doesn't find out. And now they probably told him he can fuck around without finding out, so he's fucking around.
Yes.
And I think he did it brilliantly, because when Bitcoin reached the previous all-time high, then maybe someone who can think a little would say, Ethereum's next, right? Let's buy some. So
Crazy like a fox.
he probably did, and that trade is pretty much in profit. I would say like 6 million or something when I did my calculations. And if the those 214 million worth of ETH he bought reaches the previous all-time high of ETH, he would be 66 million in profit. What a dumb idea, right?
Nice rounding error. But the question is, when in the cycle would that happen?
What?
Right?
Like,
Is there enough? Here's the way that I think that it'll happen, and this is only
2
my
weeks,
opinion.
man.
2 more weeks?
2 more weeks. What the hell are you talking about?
No. This is an interesting idea, and I really want to delve into this. I want to know your opinion on this. So,
Yes, Alan. Yes, Alan.
so we know from the past, which is no guarantee of happening in the future, that Bitcoin usually roars. It meows before the halving, then it takes a dump, and then it starts to roar up after that 6 months after the halving. Yes, this is true. We examined it in the green room before. You were like, I don't know about that. We saw the charts, and if you can't remember them,
No
it's your own damn
charts
fault.
were during the green room, just for the audience.
Yeah, there's no secret charts. We're looking at publicly consumable charts. That's all
Yeah.
we're talking about. So normally the pattern is that
There
yes,
are
for Bitcoin.
dumps in the bull market.
Yes, but that's
It's
not
what
my
you're
point.
saying.
It's not,
and I'm
no, it's not
agreeing
what
with
I'm
you.
saying. Shut up and listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that Bitcoin has a pattern where it does a little bit of a shift in the trousers, then the halving happens, then the miners dump on your ass, and then 6 months later, it goes on its parabolic bull run, then a blow off top, then we go back into the bear
Well,
market.
some people say it dumps before halving. Some people say
Okay,
it dumps after
okay. So
halving.
yes, there's a little bit of a. Okay, Peter. My point is, Bitcoin
Yes,
has
there
this
are dips in
pattern.
the bull market. Exactly,
Yes.
I can agree with you.
Yeah, but my point is that Bitcoin has this pattern, and then after it's fallen out of its little parabola, as Richard, teaches us, then Ethereum catches the stride because people are flocking to something that they think is still going to yield a little bit of X's. Ethereum roars, and then Ethereum putters out, spreading the rest of the scramble to the altcoins. It's altcoin season, and then kerplunk. Correct?
Something like that, maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
So if that's any indication of what just happened, did we see that in the last run up? Did we see Bitcoin roar first, putter out, retrace, and then Ethereum taken over? Or are we in the Ethereum phase where they get a little bit of a boost? No, we didn't see that.
The price of Bitcoin just reached previous all-time high. Nothing.
Well,
happened.
it licked it. Yes, correct.
Licked it, made the new one, and everybody every Bitcoiner got wet.
Yes.
So okay, there is a new all-time high. Woo!
Yeah, but where's the altcoin season?
It's coming.
Okay, and then are we going to claim decorrelation in the Hex community? What's the story here? Because what I saw was something that didn't really match any of this previous stuff. I think our big roar is still to come. Yes.
Well, yeah, because this is just previous all-time highs. Nothing
to see here. Yeah.
Nothing to see here, actually.
All right.
But what I'm saying,
mm-hmm.
Bitcoin reached previous all-time highs, so Ethereum's next, right? Yes, it is. So
okay, so we're
the OA bought some.
The OA bought some because
yes.
they're counting on whoever commands the OA. The African priest said,
yeah, and the trade is in profit, so
not bad.
I don't care.
Not bad.
Not bad.
And then maybe the OA could make the Ethereum top instead of Vitalik this time.
And by the way, did you know that on average, Bitcoin price makes a 5x after reaching all-time high? So by that calculation, it should be somewhere around 300K, but diminishing returns. I could agree on the 240.
240. Wow,
240.
that's
Like
great.
maybe
240 would mean a lot. But here's my question. Now that we have the ETF and people can get paper Bitcoin out there, and
there is no paper Bitcoin out there.
Well, the ETF, yeah.
It's what is it called?
Settled in dollars, delved in dollars. It's a little shell game going on. They have to have every one for one.
Coinbase it's the custodian for the BlackRock ETF.
Yeah, I understand this.
Yeah, so there's no paper Bitcoin. That's a product to come. Like that's in the future.
Yes.
Let's not think about that.
And we audit this on chain, and we say that the Bitcoin is in Coinbase's possession. That's fine. My point is that uneducated no-coiner investors and Wall Street freaking hedge fund managers are now saying we can have easy exposure to this crypto asset type of thing. Give me that Bitcoin. Do you think they're apt to? I mean, until there's a Ethereum ETF, that huge amount of influx of capital, is it likely to actually spread around into more exotic things like the Richard Hart ecosystem? Now with the sexy bridge maneuver that you mentioned in the green room, and the fees involved in such a thing and the complexity, do you think that we're going to see that? A lot of people that I ask say, hell yes. What's your view, Peter?
Everything Bitcoin does translates the way you described it, then Ethereum, then everything else.
Right.
So
I think that the more savvy people like us that have been in the space for eons are freer to be more loose and let's say risk on to come into something interesting like the Pulsechain ecosystem this time around, right? Because not only does it exist, but I think earlier now people understood that there were forks and layer twos and things that you actually had to bridge into. So I'm hopeful that people are going to take the plunge, but it's beholden to us, or rather it's on our shoulders.
I mean, let's say it this way:
educate,
the ETF thing turned out to be a good thing for Bitcoin. Yes, money flows in.
Wasn't it funny that people don't remember all the struggle trying to get Gensler to release his sphincter to allow this to fucking happen, and now it's happened.
Well, he was forced to.
Well, he was forced to. They were giving him stool softeners. Yeah,
he had no options to obfuscate. Is the word, I think.
Procrastinate.
Like to obstruct.
Yes.
Anymore. So yeah, and Larry Fink started to like Bitcoin. So that's a big thing, I would say.
The bigger thing for us is I'm liking more people actually turning on to Pulsechain.
Well, because the Ethereum fees,
right?
On one side, on the other side, there is this toxic group of hexicans.
Mm-hmm. And then you've
got us.
Do you think that people are going to turn their attention? The Solana tards are going to go and say, "I don't mind if this network, goes down all the time." And
of course,
whatever. I'm going to go there because I've heard of that and it's available on on Sexes. But for us, we have to be acquired by DEX only, pretty much. Although KDP tweeted out that we're likely to be on at least one centralized exchange soon, right?
Really, to be honest, I have missed that. I haven't seen.
Yeah, she said that BitGet is going to be.
What?
They're looking to do.
Never heard of that exchange.
Well, you don't have to hear about any exchanges that list Hex or any of our coins, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is that somebody in like Nigeria knows what BitGet is.
Well, probably. It's a good thing. And all the 200 dollars of liquidity that will be there. Nice.
Hey,
Nice, very
low
nice.
liquidity.
Oh, by the way, have you seen that Richard is testing the waters with not being humble anymore?
Did he see? Look, let me explain.
Haven't you seen the tweet?
Let me explain something about my tweet ability with Richard Hart. Are you ready for this?
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm convinced that over 2 years ago I was muted by Richard Hart. I'm still followed by Richard Hart because he's like, but then I think he's muted me, which means that I can follow him, I can put the tweet bells on, but I can't get his latest. So I have to like hunt for it always.
By the way, I'm just checking his Twitter. Last tweet he did hashtag Ethereum, like if you're ever sold the top instead of buying it. Okay.
Right. Well, thanks
Nice.
to Richard's calls previous to Hex and after Hex launched and the end of the last bull run, his calls definitely allowed me to buy the bottom and sell the top like I never have been able to before. So thank you very much, Richard.
He's tweeting so many charts. That's horrible.
So what tweet are you referring to? Can we bring it up?
No.
Why not?
Richard's Twitter. Just check it out. It's
Oh,
amazing.
Paulsack says that BitGet is a top 10 exchange.
What?
Peter.
Oh, okay. Let me check the coin market cap.
Let me check the coin market cap.
The coin market cap.
Oh, everybody's here. Parkway.
Sensors.
Shout out to Parkway Productions,
who's here? Parkway
who's up a little bit
Hello.
early.
Hello.
Usually he's a night owl. He's here.
Okay, so I'm on coin market cap. What
Yes.
next? Exchanges. Let's sort them. Number 10, it's Bitfinex according to coin market cap.
Yes.
So what was the what was the name of
BitGet. BitGet.
BitGet? Oh, it's number 12.
Well, okay. More or less. It's a top 12.
Okay. It's okay.
And
could have been worse.
Peter Allen's teasing me. As always.
Who's that? Who's teasing you?
He's saying that the altcoin season is coming like Papa B is aging slowly. Thank you. I guess that's a compliment.
That
if I'm aging slowly.
He commented this like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm slow, like he says. So
you aged like fine wine,
like a fine Roquefort. Finbear is here as well.
Bearfin. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
I want
to also give a Parkway Production. I want to give a shout out for his contribution to the B9 project, B9.xyz. Pay attention to it. There was just a free claim for holders of B9 token, just as a gratitude for holding on to it and sticking through us. We were celebrating, according to our AI, Moai, OXMOAI. You should follow him on the Twitter, OX0XMOAI. Look him up, follow him, keep his announcements coming in, because he determines when we have free claims. So you could be recipient of something right now. There's a free claim on. Take a look at what he tweeted out. If you have any B9 tokens, then you could get a nice little bag more of them for nothing.
None. For nothing?
For nothing. Not for nothing.
How many times do you have to nut to?
How many times do you have to nut to get something? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're a single man.
Papa's still in the game. Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
man.
All right.
Thank you.
Look at him drinking. Was that beer?
Yes, of course.
On stream. Fucking
Monster
alcoholic. Jesus Christ.
It's my
We're not
caffeine.
even.
It's my drug. It's my second drug of choice.
Second drug.
It's a monster with a little bit of THC inside. Yeah.
Ah, that's weird. Okay.
So anyway, Peter, we were talking about all sorts of stuff. Did you know that it's in the United States? It's tax season. Do you know what
Tax
this is?
season.
Do you ever pay these things?
Of
Called
course.
taxes?
Of
What's
course.
what's it like? What's it like in Slovakia now? You were lamenting last year. You were celebrating, saying "ah suckers," and then all of a sudden things change. Can you let us know
Yes,
what
because
what is that? What happened?
well, there was the previous government
Hmm.
introduced a novel to the tax law,
Yes.
and the current government just flat out killed it. No, no, we are in power. Nothing will happen.
Oh.
So yeah, but
So is that good for you or bad for you?
it's neutral because we here can create like limited companies where you can move your crypto, and it's a little bit better than having
Right.
it on your like physical uh, on you like taxing it like you like a person.
Uh-huh.
So you have to tax it like a non-person.
Oh, I see. By the way, not to derail this conversation because I think it's very important, but Crypto Khalil asks a question which is kind of a funny one, but I'll entertain it anyway. Uh, no, 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 not Crypto Khalil says, Papa, how do you feel about the Trezor One? Um, I feel great about the Trezor One. I say when they go on sale for like $50. I buy them like in the tens and twenties. I try to get as many as I can because they're great. I tell my onboards they have to have a relationship directly with Trezor. However, there are the hedge fund managers that don't want to go through all that and they start to procrastinate. And if they wait weeks and they don't get into it and we see things going on in the market, I pay them a visit and I simply gift them one and I say, all right, I bear no liability for this now, the chain of custody is now broken. However, you won't get off your fat ass and get one of these essential types of hardware wallets. So take it free of charge to get you started. I love the Trezor One because number one, it's cheap. Number two, it still has the same entropy as all the other of the product line. Um, you could call it even disposable. Like you could, if you get into a serious situation or a fire or whatever, you have to cast it away or crush it or whatever. It still has the ability to support passphrases, so that's independent of it. Bad guys can get the hardware wallet. They can extract the seeds. Yes, sophisticated hackers can actually get into it because it doesn't have the secure enclave on the chipset. However, a passphrase keeps it, I'd say, my favorite of all the solutions because that is something that you can
That's what I
obfuscate
call
and
the
split.
final solution.
Thanks, Peter. That's the thing that you come up with, the final solution. That you
Yes.
use that
Final
term with me.
solution to your security, to
Oh,
keep your crypto safe.
you pulled that out of the nosedive. Yes. Thank you. You saw that the Allied
Oh,
forces was marching in, and you simply said, "What I was saying was for security,"
of course,
and they
of
let
course.
you
Yeah.
let you go. Yeah, that's what you did. I get it. I see that.
Oh, Crypto Khalil wants you to dox yourself.
Uh, uh, can you tell from my accent? I'm originally from Los Angeles, California.
Hmm.
Yes, I am.
Hmm.
And Peter, are you from the United States?
Of course, sure.
The end.
Can't you hear?
I can.
Can't you
All right.
hear?
So back to enough of this type of thing. I fully I'm a user of, although the solutions to come will be for the problems to come. For the now problems that we have, the Trezor line I think is the best. While you use, of course, a passphrase incorporated
What
into
poop
the
talk
solution.
are you referring to?
Finbear wants more
Finbear?
poop
What?
talk. More poop talk.
I guess so, right?
I think he's trailing, and he heard my comment about Ginsler, opening up his colon and having the birth of the ETFs for Bitcoin.
What? No,
Yeah, but
no.
back to taxes. Back to taxes.
I'm not Democrat. I'm a fundamentalist. Hex
Mm.
fundamentalist. That's what I am. Back to
Okay.
what? Back to the future, Papa B.
Yes. So yes, back to taxes. I think a lot of people, if they're smart, will definitely have to go to a CPA and have a relationship with the CPA. Make sure that they understand. I would use a CPA definitely 100% with crypto, but definitely also for tax planning. Get online and use one of the free crypto tax type of interfaces, like the solution that I like is Coinly, Koinly.
Don't use the word solution because
You don't want to
God
hear
damn
that
it.
again. Yeah, that's
Yes.
okay. Yeah, all right. We'll put that word in the box. All right. But anyway, use Coinly or crypto tax, whatever trackers that you like to do. But Coinly is excellent because they do support Pulsechain. They were the first, I think, to start supporting that on the fork date. A lot of the assets do show up, so you can easily keep track of every transaction that you
You
have.
know what would be funny if Coinly quoted the wrong MetaMask price for Pulsechain.
No, it's okay because it came out. No, I think it's pretty accurate. I took a look at that and I compared it. It was pretty high at the beginning. So if you did transactions with Pulsechain at the very beginning, understand if you're a U.S. citizen, that means a tax event. You want to offset that. However, this is the reason I'm bringing this whole thing up. Don't forget to take well, again, this is not tax advice. You have to talk to your CPA, and if they go along with it, then you've got a defensible position. Don't take the words from a douchebag like Papa Boner on YouTube's to as your taxable tax advice. Your CPA's got to do it. Was this the German? All right. Anyway, the point is that Richard Hart devised a beautiful S word to give you a huge tax benefit if you sacrificed. Because on the and again, talk to your CPA, when you sacrifice, it's a it's a transaction that you know about, and yet you get no benefit back for it. So that's a deemed sale at $0. That can be registered as a material loss. It isn't a dispensation of an asset. It isn't something that you have to pay taxes on. It simply goes into the void as a loss. And if it's a loss, it carries over until you've actually absorbed or you've utilized the rest of that loss against your gains. So this year, a lot of us, because the SAC ended for PulseX in 2023-ish, you should be able to be recognizing that on this tax
As a
season
loss.
as a loss. So to show it to your sibling, show it to everybody at the Thanksgiving table or your spouse, and get ready for the beating of your lifetime when you say, "No, honey, it was when Hex was really high in value. It really wasn't money that I realized. It was just money we cast in the fire virtually. But now we're taking a legitimate loss on it to offset the gains we're gonna have in 2024 and 2025, and see if you still have a marriage to come home to."
Oh yes, and a house and a
Yeah.
car.
Yes, you can write the stream off as a loss, you prick, Alan. Thank you.
He's the biggest supporter of the stream.
Yes.
Ah,
Not a
Alan, we
CPA,
love
but I
you.
play one on stream. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
okay. So,
So,
Toby, give me the sign when you are ready.
is Toby even here? Oh, there he is. All right. All right, bring
Well,
him in. It's close enough today because we don't have DJ Cryptomatic.
Now he has to be ready because of his
No.
sound and,
No, let's go. Come on.
camera
We're
and
talking taxes.
everything.
We can give him 5 minutes on taxes and 15 minutes on charts.
Let's have some poop talk. Okay. No,
Here he comes.
no poop talk. Welcome, Toby.
Hey, Toby. We have no audio on you.
How about that? There we go.
A little bit better. You're
More.
coming in really, really small and tiny.
Wait. Oh,
Tiny.
Computer. 1, 2,
Tiny
3,
voices.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Not
I did what I could.
Okay, how about that? Better?
Yeah, much better
It's
now. Yeah.
Okay.
much better.
You know, the more technical people get with their microphones, it seems that they always just screw it up even more. Did you put shoe polish on your beard or something?
I did. You like it?
No.
It's
no,
the lighting.
no,
It is number 2 black shoe polish.
No. I
Got it down at the dollar store.
no.
And
Salt and pepper was like last week, and now
Dude,
you're like
it's a
you look
little-
like
yeah.
Cabana Crypto now. What's
It's
going
fine.
on?
I went
fell
back in
down
time. I went
The-
back in
the-
time 10 years.
Can we see the
audio-
can we see the show
the
us the
audio
top?
is still
Audio still wrecked. Hang on a second. Let me
wrecked.
fix that.
Yeah.
Did you do the hair too? What's the deal?
No. I got a haircut, but it's same
Well,
same
that
shitty
was
dye job.
that was necessary. The
haircut
was necessary.
haircut was overdue. Okay, how's that? Better? That should be better.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Please keep talking.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
when I was on, I had to have my main volume turned down to like 40 when I was on Maddie's, because I don't think he's figured out what you've got figured out, where you can adjust it on your end. Because we do the same shit over there every week. They're like, let's see, can you do your audio? And I'm finding every volume adjustment I can find. But nobody gives a shit about that. They want the charts.
Hold on a second. Maddie's trying to
But not
figure out adjusting his rear end, is what I heard.
Aren't we
That's
all?
exactly true.
So
actually.
Toby, we got like a couple minutes before charts.
Yeah.
6 minutes to be accurate.
Okay.
Let's talk taxes because this is like we got to spread the
I'm
word.
not a tax professional. What are you doing?
Now. What I'm saying is,
we
you've been
all
an
are
advocate.
tax professionals.
It's
you should
look,
listen to us.
We're
Not
both
financial advice.
We're both Americans.
Exactly,
okay?
financial advice.
America.
Yeah.
We're both Americans. We definitely like to stay out of prison. We definitely like to show Elizabeth Warren that we play the game. We inundate the IRS with all of our beautiful thousands and thousands and thousands of gas transactions, from clickety-clacking and staking and unstaking and all sorts of other things that we do. The question is it now the time to bang the drum and say, guys, get a CPA. If you're going to do an extension, learn. You've got more time to learn about, tax planning and accounting for each one of these things. What would you recommend to the greater public?
You know what? Up until recently, I was super weird about filing tax extensions because it just made me nervous, thinking it was like a red flag. It's just going to be like, they're going to be like, why does this guy need more time? Maybe we need to take a look at him. And not like I'm hiding anything, but it's just a pain in the ass. Like my sister had an audit last year and she was freaking out, and they came and it's pretty invasive. I mean, they came and like looked through all of her property and stuff. It was pretty kind of gross. But the funny part is when it was all said and done, they owed her money. So financially, it didn't end up being a burden at all, but it was still a stressful endeavor, right? So nobody wants that. And I always thought like, hey, if I get an extension, I'm just waving my hand like, pick me. And it's like, that's not the case at all. Like there's tons of people that do extensions. If you owe tax, a good CPA will tell you what you need to pay. So even if you file an extension, if you owe, you're going to need to pay something on tax day. That's just kind of how that works. But you have a longer time to file. And then that will finalize what you actually do owe. And then if there's money coming back to you, great. If you owe more, great. But you're basically just buying yourself some time to get your ducks in a row. Highly recommend making sure that everyone has their own CPA that has some crypto knowledge because it's getting better. There's more of them out there now that know what the hell they're talking about. A few years ago, it was hard to find anybody in that was a CPA where you weren't teaching them about crypto law. And it's like, okay, wait a minute, I'm paying you, but I'm teaching you? How's that work, right? It's like, but now there are ones out there that know what they're doing. And then there are other ones that act like they know what they're doing. And they're just going to try to, and of course, not financial advice. Everyone needs to do their own research. They're going to advise you that everything's income. Everything's income. And, you need to have that discussion because there are some things that are income and there are some things that are absolutely not income.
Can we give an example? Like, for example, if I buy Hex and I sell it at a profit, that profit is what?
Capital gains.
Excellent. If I put my hex that I bought into a liquidity pool and I don't sell the residual and I take ink as a benefit and I wrap that back into the pool, what is that?
There are a couple different interpretations. One of which is as soon as you earn the ink yield, it is taxed as income tax. Now, I'm going to let you guess which way I look at it. The other way is that is not income tax when you receive it because you have not liquidated that asset yet.
You haven't disposed of the asset, yes.
Right. So if you sell that for something else, that's a swap, and then absolutely at that point you'd be on the hook for cap gains. That's kind of the way that
from $0 cost basis. So
yeah, because you got it for free.
Amount. Yep.
Right, the entire amount, right. So anything you sell it above 0 would be subject to cap gains, long or short term, depending on how long you hold it before you dispose of it, as Papa says. So by rotating that back into a yield farm, into a liquidity pool, and then subsequently staking to be in a yield farm, those are, that's also something you want to talk to your CPA about to see how they consider that. My understanding of it is all of that is you're basically putting something into a pool and migrating it out of a pool, and that is not a taxable event. It is not like you're selling it for the PLP token, and then when you pull back out of the LP, you're selling the PLP token back to the coins that you have in the LP, which would be taxable events. So it kind of depends on how your particular software handles it, and if it needs to be edited, obviously at the advice of a professional. Token Tax, Coinly, they offer more advanced services for a fee, so they can advise you there. But your CPA is really what you want to rely on, or a good tax attorney.
Yeah,
I have both.
Toby, let me stop you there for a second, because after reviewing Coinly, the latest iteration, the latest updates, I'm delighted to say that that it labels them correctly in terms of the tax implication. However, the label is a deposit, right? So all you have to do is do the drop when you do all your review of all your transactions, which you should damn well do with all these things. Don't just leave it to the automated service to tell you what you owe, because there could be many different complexities and errors that you know about from all of your ins and outs throughout the year, and you'll be surprised at how just seeing it on the screen will jog your memory. And then if you don't remember it, you can click on the button and go on the chain and see exactly where it went to whatever and do your own sleuthing, and then you find out what it was. But it's so easy to change that deposit just from that to a received from pool, and that just changes everything. Again, there's no dollars and cents implication, but to label it correctly is really super easy now.
Yeah, once you dig into it, I mean, it can be pretty intimidating at first, not gonna lie. It's like, but once you just slow down and kind of look at the tools that are made available for the cheapest tier on Token Tax and on Coinly, without any VIP services or any additional expense to you by using their upper level stuff, which, could give someone a level of comfort where, they are having another set of eyes on it. And maybe depending on what's at risk, it's worth it to you to spend $3,000, $30,000, whatever, the services are that are being offered by these systems. However, with the tools at hand, as Papa's got extensive knowledge with Coinly, I have extensive knowledge with Token Tax. The basic entry level, I think it's like $300 a year for Token Tax. All the tools are there for you to do what you need to do. You just have to go slowly.
100 for Coinly.
Coinly's cheap.
It's free to use until you print out your tax forms. When you print out your tax forms, it's based on how many transactions. There's
Our
tier
frugal
levels up.
Fedorid friend.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway,
that's
about this.
Hey, wait! I just thought of something. You should do a spin-off show called The Frugal Fedora.
Well, this is
we could just talk about
this is a
getting
pork
bargains.
Pie. This is a pork pie hat. I've told you before. A fedora goes down in the front. This goes up all around.
I mean, can't you just flip that down? Can't you just flip the bill down?
No, it doesn't become a fedora.
Now?
No, that would be sacrilege.
But that would be very frugal.
Charting time.
Convertible.
Chart time.
We bored Peter. We bored Peter. To
3, 2, 1.
TA with Toby.
Let me share.
Go.
Of course, he's muted.
He's muted now. Why?
I don't know how that happened. There we go. I'm unmuted. Let me share my screen.
Yep.
It is this one.
Here we go. Dead air time.
Wait, I'm sorry. I told you I wanted to do this first, but you want to talk about stuff. It's great. This is high quality entertainment.
You got me all excited about taxes.
All right, let's see if this comes across. Okay, it says I'm sharing.
I can't see anything too.
Nor I don't see anything on my.
Bring out the whiteboard.
Yeah, right. No doubt. I'll have to call Kinetics and borrow his. Let's see.
We are trying, folks. Like
I'm sorry.
We're really trying.
Let's try. Okay, easiest with new monitors. I'm doing that. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and reshare. Let's try it again. Share video.
Yes.
Share screen.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing.
Finn Bear wants to bring out his kitten while we wait.
All right, well, let him do that. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to come back on a different browser, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Well, I don't want to see what Finn Bear is going to be doing with a kitten, but...
with his pussy?
With his pussy. Pussy play with Finn Bear.
What I'm thinking, he likes to play with his pussy a lot.
You know what? I suggest a new segment called Pussy Play with Finn Bear, and we have a video showing him what he does with his cat, stroking and kissing it. And, yes.
God damn it. I'm not that dirty, Papa B.
Well.
But Cryptomatic, it's not here for 2 more shows, so...
2 more shows? I thought it was only 1 more show.
Let's... Nina.
I have to suffer you for 2 more shows?
Yes.
Here we go. Toby, break with the charts.
Yes. Okay, so hopefully this is screen 2.
Oh, okay. I can see something.
Yeah, right.
Yay.
3, 2, 1.
Bull run is on again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, what have I got? I'm on Pulse. I'm on Pulse.
Yes,
so we'll start with Pulse.
Start with that.
So that's the one. So basically, where were we last week? This is a 3-day. Let's do the daily. So last week, today is the 7th? So we would have been on February 28th, 29th. So yeah, so we were enjoying this big green candle day. I believe that was when we came in before. And what did we do? We went right to the top of this channel, as expected, hit this target, rounded over, came through, bounced around the midline, and then now we're just, it looks like we're finding support on the 21 EMA, and that's that yellow squiggle. Let me kind of zoom in here a little bit, and you can see it better.
We can't see.
Yeah,
all right.
So I can't see it, but maybe everyone else can. But see the yellow line there? That's the 21 EMA, so you can see how we wicked below it, found support, wicked below it, found support, wicked below it, and it looks like we're trying to use that as support to maybe make a move up. If we do break below that 21 EMA, we have found support down here on the bottom of this white channel. So I could see a retrace to maybe 135, 134, somewhere in there if we do come all the way back down. But it looks like the 21's holding up pretty nicely. So hopefully this will indicate a move back to the upside. That's the quick and dirty on Pulse. Let's go over to Pulse X. See what we're looking like there. I've got that on the daily already, but it's all scrunched up.
Pulse X. We never get to take a look at Pulse X with you. Here we go.
Take a look at Pulse X. So basically, Pulse X, what was interesting about that on the daily is we had a very, very similar thing. So really not interesting at all. It's almost identical. So the difference is that we had the big wick up. We went to the top of that yellow channel, and then we came across, got a wick down, or got a red candle down, bounced right off the 21 EMA for Pulse X. Next day came back up, didn't quite reach the top of that channel again, but made a valiant effort. That green, big long green wick was disappointing to see that sold back down. I saw that someone had sold a ton of Pulse X for ink. So it'll be interesting. We'll pull up the ink chart and see kind of what that looks like on the 6th to see if that kind of reflects the inverse. But I guess it was a ton of Pulse X was sold for ink. So, but as you can see here, although we've had daily closes below the 21 EMA for the last 2 days. Today, thus far, we have wicked below it, but the body is currently above it. So looks like we're trying to do the same thing here and find support on the 21 EMA. If not, and we do push to the downside, interestingly enough, the 55 EMA is almost right in line with the bottom of this channel. So that could take us back to 485 on Pulse X. So I'm hoping, of course, as always, for a turn back to the upside. But time will tell. So that is Pulse X. Then I'm kind of doing everything in reverse this time because I'm doing all of the Pulsechain stuff first, and then we'll do EHEX last.
Yay!
This is what I've got for HEX die, like HEX die on the Pulsechain, right? So this one, kind of a little different formation than what we were dealing with in Pulse and Pulse X. And then we'll look at Ink too here in a second. I forgot about Ink. So we've got a pretty strong indication that this is a valid channel. We've had multiple touches on the bottom, multiple touches on the top. It looks like the midline is kind of giving me some confidence that this is real because there's a lot of activity of support and resistance on that midline. And right now we busted through the 21 EMA. We're finding support on the 55 EMA on HEX, PHEX.
This is very typical of Toby 1XOB having another midline crisis.
A midline, yeah, dude. Line them up, baby. One after the other. And then that one, we're looking at a pullback possibly to 1.6 cents. We're currently trading at 1.68. So we're not far from what I would consider the bottom. If we break out of this channel, it's not good. We don't want to do that. So hopefully we'll find some good support at the bottom of this channel and the 55 EMA, which is around that 1.6 mark. And then start working our way back to the top of the channel, which could take us as high as 2.8 cents.
Woo!
So there's a
Yes!
bullish thing. Let's see here, and let's go over here to Ink and see what Ink is doing. That is the incentive token. Pull that bad boy up real quick. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and we are on the daily on that. So this has been really interesting. I looked at this last night, and normally I don't really even mess with these charts until I come on with you guys because it's like, well, number one, it's like to prove that I'm not like manipulating the charts like through the week or like before I come on. I'm like, oh, ha ha ha! Look at how perfectly my charts played out. I don't touch this shit. It's like I got better things to do. They are what they are. If I'm proven wrong, I guess on any particular way that I've illustrated something
all the time, Toby. All the time.
all
Don't worry.
I'm actually right a lot, but it's like, but I promise I'm not cheating to make that outcome. So here's
the beard dye is wrong.
The beard dye is wrong. My fiance would agree with you. The beard dye is terribly wrong, but it lightens up. It lightens up. It's just for men. This is medium brown. Can you imagine dark brown?
No.
Could you imagine? So it lightens up and then it looks like more natural, but right now it looks hilarious. So
is that what they told you at the clinic,
at the pharmacy, at the
Toby,
drugstore?
Are those the same people? Yeah. Toby, are those the same people that told Richard to shave?
Probably. So if I remember correctly, Richard was trying to get like a nice neck beard going, but so it's probably a good idea that he shaved. But
Oh, hold on. We didn't answer something. You brought this up, Peter, but we didn't talk about it. What was the tweet from Richard? You said he's trying out not being humble anymore. What was the deal? He's never been humble. You're not humble if you have to call yourself humble, right?
Right.
So,
right.
Peter, what were you talking about? There was a tweet from Richard where he's trying out not being humble.
Yeah.
Can we bring it up after this?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, go ahead, Toby. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so on the Ink chart, this is what I found really cool. So, we're doing the same thing that I always do, which is, I'm a lover of parallel channels. We've got this big yellow parallel channel that's been playing out for a while. But I also noticed, I like patterns within patterns, right? So I noticed, hey, this orange line, we got a pretty good ascending diagonal here. And that lines up with the top of the yellow channel, which makes a triangle. Now, typically triangles, you like them to be flat on the top, right? If they start to slope a little bit, I don't know. I just don't have as much confidence in them, but they still can play out as triangles do, which is they will move the height of the triangle. So the triangle, you don't go from the very first touch, you go from the second touch. So it touched on the bottom here and then the top here. So we measure the height of the triangle thusly. And then wherever it breaks out, you lay that line in. And then, interestingly enough, what was our breakout? Our breakout was almost exactly that height. So that's what we broke out to, and then we rounded over. But we're holding up pretty well. So just to kind of like back test what we were talking about with Ink and PulseX, if you look at March 6th, yeah, it was much stronger candle. So yeah, so basically that dump from PLSX into Ink definitely made the 6th a good day for Ink holders and earners. Farmers unite. And and we've got a little bit of a hammer candle here. I wouldn't put a lot of weight into that yet because the day's not, what is it? It's most of the way done, but it's a baby hammer. So typically
baby
those are bullish
Isn't
indicators.
That what your girlfriend calls you?
That's my nickname. The baby hammer, right? Yep, the baby hammer. Yikes. Okay, so so anyhow, that looks bullish to me. We've got a nice breakout. If we do round over, if we came back down around its 21 EMA, we'd be looking around $4.44, something like that maybe. If we come all the way back down to the top of the channel over the next few days, it could be as low as $4. So I would see that as a strong area to watch and see how well that holds. If that holds and isn't breaking back into this channel and starts to move back up, that would be a signal to me as a buy zone. Although I'm earning ink as a farmer, so I am not compelled to buy it. But for those of you that like to speculate, that could be a good area. Yeah, E-I-E-I-O. Yep, and on the farm there was a papa. Oink, 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 oink.
Oh, thanks, Toby. Just make with the chart.
You deserved it, man.
Yeah,
You had it coming, man. You've been on me since I got in the door.
Two on one is not a fair fight. Continue.
Okay, so let's check this out. Dun, dun, dun. This is the big monster. This is EHEX. This is my baby. Because this is over on TradingView, where I can have all the bells and whistles. And let's zoom into this a little closer so we can kind of see what's going on. All right, so we're in this white ascending parallel channel still, and since last week was here, we had that big green candle, and what did it do? It wicked up through, and where did it wick to? Right into the red box. What's the red box, everyone?
What's in the box?
What's in the red box? What's the red box, Papa? Do you know the red box? We just talked about it last night. That is the sell wall. That is the sell wall from BankX. So BankX has all these sell orders in this, and I've marked it in this red box, right? See the red box? From 1.2 cents up to 2.8. So curiously enough, when we had our breakout on the 10th, it wicked right up into it and got pushed down. Then we traveled sideways, got some support on the bottom of our white channel, had the big move on February 29th when we did this last week. And what did it do? It tried to break the white channel, wicked up into the red box, got hammered back down. And then, so that's not them necessarily buying unless they chase the candle down because their orders stop filling at 1.2 cents. So what that is sentiment, right? People are like, oh, BankX sold on my head, so I'm out of here. I'm going to take my ball and go home. Pussies. So we don't have enough conviction yet, right, to move up and eat through this wall. So I think that PulseX, Inc., and Hex over on Pulsechain is going to start moving. And then just the weight of all of it is going to be too much to resist, and people are going to see the disparity between EHEX and PHEX, and we're finally going to have the conviction that's necessary to blow through this or chew through this, as Sami says, and get this albatross out from over our heads. So we've bounced off the 21 EMA nicely. We've found support and are working our way slowly back up. We are now just below the 200 EMA. So if we can work our way above that, then essentially we're working back toward the top of the white channel. And lo and behold, what happens before we hit the top of the white channel? There it is, the bottom of the red box. So everybody keep an eye on 1.2 cents. It's likely to get rejected again. If we do start to work our way up in there like a mighty little sperm, it might get pushed back out, right? It just might be the way. Yeah, my mighty little baby hammer going up through there. The old Vienna sausage pattern, I call that. So, so basically that's EHEX. So we did all that. We did Ink, we did PulseX, we did Pulse, we did Hex on whatchamacallit, and we did them all. We did them all. We did all the Richard Hart tokens.
Yes,
and
yes.
It's 301. I did it in time.
Nice.
Perfect. And Peter, let's see. Thank you very much, Toby. Peter, let's see the whole Richard tweet that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's analyze it and then let's get the fuck out of here.
You can analyze it.
What's he saying? I can't read.
You've misinterpreted that. That's not what he's saying at all. He says, so, do you want to do it in your lovely accent, Peter?
No, I can't even read it. Go ahead.
You can't read it at all.
Peter won't enhance. So
okay, I'll do it. So, y'all, how have the many months of humble Richard been? No selfies with expensive goods, no exotic cars, quite little bragging. That to me does not sound like he's ready to be unhumble. He's bragging about being humble.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right. He's like, hey, look at how humble I've been. It's like, okay, I love it.
As I say, as in turn is not humble. So if you think
yeah,
there's
but,
ever
hey,
been a humble Richard Hart, but I will contest that.
Throw him a bone. He's trying, dude. He's
I
in his
will-
40s. He's got his
no.
own midlife crisis going on.
No,
He's
I
trying
will-
out the humble thing, and
I
that's
will
a big move.
No, on the contrary, I will contest that he doesn't need to be humble because he's earned the ability to brag. I love the Richard bragiloquies where he talks about calling X on the day and doing that on the minute.
But still, I mean, he knows that narrative got old. Also, it's just not good for the soul, bro. It's like we're talking about a human being here. It's like, this is better all the way around, and it's got more legs, right?
Sure.
It's got more legs. So I think he's doing the right thing. I like the little the humble brag humble is, I guess, what you would call this.
Humble brag humble. Sorry, not sorry. Humble
Yeah, right.
brag,
So he's got a little humble brag humble going there, and I'm all about it. I'm here for it. So go Richard. Go Richard.
Excellent.
So,
Peter, you've
What's up?
successfully manned the ship for one stream. There's 2 more left. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Anything else, Peter, before we zing out of here?
No.
All right, bye, everyone.
nah.
Is Peter ready with the
Love
outro?
it.
Anything?
Nah.
2, 3, 2,
1.
1.
Got him.
Outro.